You are listening to Vitruvian Man with Jesse and Josh.
Welcome back to Vitruvian Man, and as usual, I am joined by Manila, the Thrilla, Lookout Villagers, it's the fucking Godzilla, Josh.
Stompy stomp.
Brah.
How's it going, Holmes?
Are you Snoop Stompy Stomp? I was looking at the analytics for our show, and I wanted to thank our foreign listeners. We had some, these are the countries that have downloaded our episodes: Canada, Netherlands, Germany, Ireland, Canada, Israel, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Poland, and Japan.
Damn.
Canada, we actually had a lot of downloads in Canada.
That's crazy.
So something's happening in Canada.
I support that.
Let's hope it's not bots or anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, who fucking knows? Well, if you're not bots, we love you. Hell, if we are bots, we are.
Whatever. Just download. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, just listen to us.
Oh, one other thing I wanted to say is if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, which the majority of our listeners are using Apple, if you go ahead and rate and review the show, we will mention you on the air if you'd like. But in general, if you rate and review our show on Apple Podcasts, it helps the algorithm, so it bumps us up.
Yeah,
and since the vast majority are using Apple, that would be awesome.
That's
you guys
great.
Could do that.
Yeah, I would. That's awesome. I'm super stoked that we have more than two.
Yeah, at least 4 people every week are listening to us. We love you guys and girls. So it's real quick before we get to the movie review. It's time for one more episode of
This motherfucker. 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 This motherfucker.
You know, there's that quote that says, "Never trust the man that reads only one book." I've mentioned that on the podcast before. Yeah. It's a saying basically that's been attributed to like Bruce Lee and Nietzsche. That's not true. It's more closely related to the Latin phrase "hominum unius libri timea," which is "I fear the man of a single book." And to that effect, that's our this motherfucker this week. There's an Ohio University student claims a bad grade is an attack on her faith. Did you read about this?
Oh, God fucking damn it, dude.
So these students, I think it was a psychology class, they were asked to submit, like a 650-word reaction paper. So they're asking the students to reflect on societal expectations in gender and children. The instructions allowed students to incorporate personal experience, but emphasize thoughtful engagement with the original article. So rather than have thoughtful engagement with the original article, she wrote 650 words about the Bible.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
So
this motherfucker indeed.
The graduate assistant grader gave the essay a 0.
Because she didn't follow fucking rules.
Noting,
oh my God.
It contradicts itself, heavily uses personal ideology over empirical evidence, and contains passages that are offensive. So she's going to sue as a violation of her free speech.
What state?
Ohio University.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio.
So,
I wonder how obviously she's gunning for the Supreme Court. Obviously.
Yes. But again, people don't understand what free speech is, right?
No.
Free speech
they have no idea what that
doesn't mean
means.
You can say anything you want anywhere.
Without repercussions.
That's not how that works.
No, it's government interfering with your right to speak.
And these right-wing morons are upset when liberals go out and march right against Trump. That's literally free speech.
That is the free speech they're talking about.
Yes.
Dude.
The NAACP...
Disingenuous.
I'm sorry.
Motherfucking...
Pardon me, NAACP. The ACLU went to court to defend Nazis' right to march.
And they had Jewish lawyers that were on that team. Yeah, totally. I remember.
And for good reason, because if we're allowed to march, so are Nazis.
Yeah.
As far as like calm, peaceful, free speech. So that's this motherfucker. I just couldn't believe that. You don't get to ignore the exam or ignore the parameters of the assignment, and then complain that it's an invasion of your free speech. That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
If you went to work and your job was a radio announcer for like a local talk radio show, and you started spewing, let's say racist jargon, that's not if they fire you, that's not a violation of speech. That wasn't your job.
Well, and in fact, it's a private company.
Yes.
They can do whatever the fuck they want. That's why this whole free speech thing around fucking Twitter and all the online platforms, that's nothing to fucking do with anything. Unless you're gonna take it over by the state and run it as a state-run whatever utility, essentially.
Right.
Then as a private corporation, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yes.
They can not bake a gay cake. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
All right, I'm already wound up, dude. I'm already wound up.
Yeah, exactly. But that's okay. We today are going to review Paul Thomas Anderson's third film, Magnolia.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a line to you from an opera. I want you to give me that line back in the language in which the opera was originally written. And for a bonus $250, you can sing it.
I'm Stanley Spector.
There is the story of a boy genius.
Willa Cather, Thomas Kidd, Jean-Baptiste Clairmoyer,
and the game show
I'm
host.
Jimmy Gator.
Live from Burbank, California.
First question for 25. This French playwright and actor joined the Béjart troupe of actors.
And the ex-boy genius.
I'm Quiskit Donnie Smith. I used to be smart, now I'm just stupid.
There is the story of the dying man.
I'm Earl Partridge.
I have a son, you know.
You do?
Find him.
I'm Frank T.J. Mackey.
His lost son.
What did he say? Because I am not going to take care of him. What does he want?
And the dying man's wife.
I'm Linda Partridge. I took care of him through this, Alan. What now, then? Me and him. Do you understand? There's no one else. No one else.
The caretaker.
Hello.
I'm Phil Parma.
See, this is the scene of the movie where you helped me out.
And there is the story of a mother.
I'm Rose Gator.
You come home soon after the show. I love you.
Love you too.
And the daughter.
I'm Claudia Wilson Gator.
Now that I've met you, would you object to never seeing me again?
And the police officer in love.
I'm Officer Jim Curring. My life is very stressful, and I'd hope to have a relationship that is very calm and undemanding and loving. So if you are this person, please leave me a message at box number 82.
And this will all make sense in the end.
I know life is getting shorter. I can't bring myself to set the scene, even when it's approaching torture. I've got my routine.
This is not an easy job. I have to take everything and play it as it lays. Sometimes people need a little help. Sometimes people need to be forgiven. And that is a very tricky thing on my part, making that call. But you can forgive someone, well, that's the tough part. What can we forgive?
Was that unclear?
Kinda.
Oh, God.
Holy fuck.
Yes, holy fuck. We've got Tom Cruise, Jason Robards, Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Melora Walters. A lot of these, from Boogie Nights, basically. John C. Reilly, William Macy.
He definitely has a crew. And
Yes.
I'm going to be, I don't think, I haven't seen all of his movies, but I know that these are reoccurring characters. I want to see just how reoccurring they are.
Did you notice, so sometimes they don't even say a name of a character, but did you notice Philip Baker Hall's name was Jimmy Gator, which is Samuel L. Jackson's name in Hard 8?
Oh, no, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Did you notice?
I did notice it. I was like, Jimmy Gator, that's interesting. Jimmy, that's right.
I think it was the older gay guy at the bar. His name is Thurston Howell. Remember Gilligan's Island?
As a character?
Yeah. His name is Thurston Howell.
And do you recognize that guy?
I do.
From Laugh-In?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's from Laugh-In. That was nice seeing that guy. I was glad to see him in there.
This movie's incredible. I remember it being long. It's actually it's P.T. Anderson's longest film.
It's 3 hours, 8 minutes.
Yes, and I, for some reason I thought One Battle After Another was longer, but that's 2:45. So this is definitely his longest film. P.T. Anderson was known to say that it was too long and should have been cut. And Mary said last night, my wife said, What would you cut from this film?
I don't think you could cut anything from. Well, you could, but it would make an impact on it. It's so fucking good.
So many excellent scenes. You know, there's movies where you'll watch. It'll be, let's say it's like an action thriller and it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's like, they could have cut out that whole side plot.
45 minutes.
And removed 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
This movie is lean and mean for a 3-hour
tight.
movie.
Yeah. We had to break it up into 2 days just because it's so long. But man.
Mary tends to fall asleep about 10 o'clock. So, yeah, we watched over 2 nights. I'm glad we got to finish it together because she wasn't sure she'd make it the whole way. But, wow. And this is a heavy movie. I mean, there are several very unbelievably emotional scenes. And I'm not saying it's a light watch, because it's, Boogie Nights has more comedy in it, for sure.
Yeah.
But this movie is gripping, and damn, are the performances just so realistic. Incredible.
Absolutely stunning.
Jason Robards is great. Jason Robards, by the way, died a year later of cancer.
Oh, did he really?
This is his last feature film.
Did he have cancer while he was filming this?
I believe he was sick, but I can't remember that detail. But, I mean, it's just...
Dude...
I mean, okay, let's talk a little about Tom Cruise real quick here. Now, I mean, I enjoy Tom Cruise's action movies from the perspective of how hard everyone's working to get that done. Obviously, they're fluff, they're popcorn movies.
Yeah.
This is an incredible Tom Cruise performance. We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I wish he'd done more of these movies.
And then we talked about this a little bit before, but I think his problem is that he doesn't have directors who will tell him what the fuck to do and what they want from him. And he doesn't get anything real with any real meat. I guess, Vanilla Sky was pretty meaty.
Yeah. He was born on the 4th of July, but that's
July.
more about Oscar grab than it is a real performance.
Yeah,
the
that's
way this
pitching
movie.
for something.
I mean, that scene where Tom Cruise is confronting his father was so incredible.
Holy fuck, man.
His emotion, his face. I mean, I don't like Tom Cruise personally. He's probably a terrible person. Scientology is evil, but man, that performance was once in a lifetime.
And again, we were talking about this. The thing that really calls out a great director is the acting he gets from his worst performers.
Yes.
And fucking Tom Cruise killed this movie.
Killed
it. Watching him interact with the journalist who was there to interview him, and watching his face as he realized that she fucking played his ass.
Yeah.
So good. Watching just him like all of a sudden realize that a woman got the best of him, and he fucking could not hang. And then that whole thing where, like, right out of there, he walked out, and then he got the phone call about his dad, and he goes to his dad's place, and then it said the crushing acting, like, just, oh my God, it was so emotional, and so it was amazing. And I fucking hate Tom Cruise. I think he's a schmuck.
He is.
Most of the time, he's not acting. He's just being a dickweed on.
Well, he's a good stunt performer. He's an excellent stunt performer.
No, that's
he
not.
Really
but
is.
That's not acting.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No.
So with that, I just say, man, I got to give it to him, and I really got to give it to Paul Thomas Anderson for bringing it out in him. I think that really is up to him.
He visited Tom Cruise on the set of Eyes Wide Shut to recruit him for this movie.
Oh, interesting. I was just thinking, I'd like to see. I don't think I've seen Eyes Wide Shut. And
can I watch that with you?
I do want to see it because
I love that movie.
I think that Kubrick would probably get the same thing out of him.
It's
maybe not as good, but
that movie's very different in that Tom Cruise is a really kind of inscrutable character in that movie, but the movie's awesome.
Yeah,
the movie is a really interesting movie.
Yeah,
it's actually one of my favorite Kubrick films, and let's check it out.
The Q lovers fucking love that shit.
Do they QAnon?
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of conspiracy theories about that movie.
Well, they think that's made about. That's what happens. That's basically the whole
sex slave thing.
Sex slave. I mean, that's
well, it is what happened on Epstein Island. Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, we'll have to do a whole thing on that.
We toast to bad dads at the end of every episode. Boy, are there some bad dads in this movie. Phil Baker Hall, of course, the dad that plays kid. Man,
dude. So my takeaway, like. Bottom line takeaway is that this movie is about regret, right?
Right.
And everybody comes to some sort of regret throughout the whole thing. But one of the scenes that I thought was really fucking cool, and It was Philip Baker Hall's daughter,
Laura Walters. Yeah,
and it was John C. Reilly, his cop character, sitting out. They went to dinner, and they have that whole discussion about let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other.
Let's let the piss and shit just be out there.
We'll just do it, and this is how everything will change. And that made me like that. The central thesis of the whole movie is essentially the way out of your regrets is vulnerability. And I thought that was I saw that. I'm like, that is awesome. And then that scene ends because she's like, I can't ever see you again.
Yeah.
And the vulnerability is gone, and they both go off to have regrets.
And I do think that they end up together. I mean, I'm hoping they end up together. But I mean, I feel like a lot of marriages would go better if they started out at the first date like this.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, here's the shit.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just pretending to be someone you're not, everyone is doing in social media.
Going to do lines in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Just expose your vulnerability. Say, this is my shit. This is what I got going on.
Yeah.
If you hate it,
if you can't be around it, I understand.
Yeah, but this is me, basically. I found it interesting that the two evil fathers, Philip Baker Hall and Jason Robards, are actually played very sympathetically for quite a while. You know, Jason Robards is dying.
Well, you don't know the whole story.
No, but I mean, like, I like that they inch up to what's happening with them.
Yeah, right.
You know, when Philip Baker Hall visits Laura Walters, his daughter, she's awful and screams at him. Now, I mean, of course, you can infer there's trauma there that he inflicted, but
something happened.
But
again,
you
don't know what.
But you know, I like that they're not just villainized from the start of the movie.
Yeah,
it makes it just far more interesting to me.
It makes the characters much deeper.
Having lost some people, of course, I thought his portrayal as a dying person was great. I thought he did an amazing job, very realistic. I thought, just the way he breathed, I thought was great.
Yeah. Oh man. God, when you fucking get speaking of vulnerability, you know, he's like, I've been horrible to his wife.
Yeah.
He's telling her, he's like, oh, fucking, I'm dying. So here we go.
Yeah.
I've been an awful person. I don't know, I'm sorry I cheated on you, on and on. And then she's all, so what happened with,
I have more questions. What happened with our daughter?
What happened with our daughter? Yeah. And he's like, I don't know. She's all, you do know.
Yeah.
And at that point you're like, this is
no,
fucking not great.
No. And again, movie is unbelievably heavy. There's several very large breakdowns. I don't find this movie a bummer. It's heavy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's very emotional. It's hard to watch, but I don't know. Somehow P.T. Anderson makes this stuff digestible.
And there's so much to it. There's just fucking. It's like you can get endless rewatches out of this. It's truly like, it's a great movie. And I can't believe Boogie Nights was his second movie. And I can't believe this was his third movie. Like what a fucking champ. And I don't know who saw it in him and gave him those chances, but fucking God bless him.
I think Boogie Nights was a pretty big success, at least critically. I think he was kind of allowed to. I think he was allowed to do what he wanted in this movie, and that's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
It was crazy, like watching like his camera work got a lot more interesting. I mean, Boogie Nights was cool, and there was some great shots in it, but this was just constantly you're surprised. And the music. Like,
oh wow!
The background music, just the weird swelling of the strings, and
the music was
like,
beautiful. The source music, especially.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. The guy's a fucking genius. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see his other movies.
Oh, absolutely. What else I was going to talk about? Oh, the geography of this movie. One of the things Anderson wanted to do was relate to the audience that this all happens within a 2 square block space. Now that became too difficult, and the movie was already 3 hours. But you'll see basically characters intersecting, like one character drives by another.
Yeah.
Just coincidentally. Apparently this was all in a very close radius that it just became very difficult and time consuming to try to explain to the audience how close everything was in this movie.
The one thing I noticed in this, I mean, it's Los Angeles, so it's fucking huge, but they did keep on referencing the area code. So it was always 818. Talking about 818.
There are some phone number things about this movie. The number you could call Tom Cruise's character to get his book and his pamphlets was a real number that you could call, and it was like Tom Cruise's voice recorded on it.
Is it still out there?
I doubt it, but
that'd be pretty dope.
I think P.T. Anderson dated Fiona Apple, didn't he? Because her voice is on at least one of these phone calls.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a lot of funny little inside things to this movie. There's like a flower, either represented in real form and painting form, like 100 times. 100 shots in this movie have a flower in there.
Is it the Magnolia? I mean,
yeah, or other flower. There's something too about, I forget it from the trivia, but there's something about Magnolia having cancer curing properties, or like elements of Magnolia being used in cancer treatment.
Interesting, because I was curious about that. I was curious about like why did he call it Magnolia? Because that's not obvious,
right? So there's so much to talk about this movie.
Let me real quick. And this relates back to our first incarnation. Dude, so ahead of the red pill.
And the incels and all that?
Oh my God. Yeah. Like I was that a thing? I mean, the pickup artist thing, I guess, you have the, male, we did episodes on like the male
these players,
gatherings.
The guy that wrote the player.
The guy that wrote the player, but also previous to that, like the stuff that started in the 70s and 80s men's movement.
Right. This is a reaction to feminism.
Right.
Right. Men are being told you're evil and bad, and people like Tom Cruise can prey on men after that.
And so, was this relatively new, the pickup artistry stuff?
So I forget the guy's name. Apparently, Tom Cruise's character is based on an author that had written a book about how to play women, basically how to pick up women, the pickup artist or whatever, something like that.
Is it that guy?
Yeah, there's definitely an author that this was based on.
Okay, I figured that was the case because, he fucking nailed that shit, man.
What I found interesting is, so William H. Macy's got kind of a gay crush on a really handsome bartender at that bar. And I noticed, so William H. Macy, no offense, not a classically attractive person. If you want to be mean, you could say he's a 3 or 4 out of a 10. He's got this crush on a 10, a physically handsome, beautiful man. So he's, William H. Macy's a very vulnerable and sad character, but in a lot of ways, he's those incels in that audience that are upset that a beautiful woman won't date their ugly ass.
Yeah.
Like, rather than getting a haircut and getting better clothes and maybe making yourself more presentable, they're just upset.
They're mad
that their ridiculous crush isn't reciprocated.
Right. Yeah, right.
So, second movie in a row where P.T. Anderson has a gay character have an awkward, kind of unrequited, love declaration, right? Because Philip Seymour Hoffman does it in Boogie Nights.
Well, it's so funny. The other guy, Thurston Howell, they both go to this bar just to
ogle
the fucking bartender.
So, really good stuff.
That's so good.
Laura Walters was great. She did a good job conveying that kind of harried, frenzied, kind of drug addict kind of person.
Dude, okay. There seemed to be multiple actors that were in Seinfeld.
No, there are.
Was she in Seinfeld?
Yeah.
She was one of the girlfriends.
Yeah, so she plays, when they go to the Hamptons.
That's
and
right.
She walks around topless. That's her.
That's right.
So Bookman is in that.
Yeah.
He's in Seinfeld. I'd have to think about it more. But
there was just so many. I don't know. It's pretty hard to do anything without somebody that's been in Seinfeld.
Of course.
At this point.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the list of Jerry's attractive girlfriends that went on to be famous actresses, and Mary and I the other day were reminding ourselves that Jerry gets a parade of beautiful women. Elaine gets a parade of ugly men. If you think of the men she has to date, either, I'm sorry to be mean, ugly or overweight, just not attractive. She's a very attractive woman, but unlike Jerry, she's got some duds that she gets to date on that show.
The only one that's like consistent is Putty.
Putty,
yeah,
handsome and tall,
big handsome guy. Yeah.
But a lot of duds though.
Some real bad ones.
Yeah.
Like Gene Vest guy from Kids in the Hall. Oh my God.
Denim Vest.
Denim Vest guy. That's right. Denim Vest.
I love that guy. I can't remember his name. But he's so funny. He's all hama mama when he sees her. Sorry about the Seinfeld diversion there. What other actors should we talk about? I loved, let's see here.
Well, let's talk about the journalist, the female journalist that fucking pins Tom
I don't
Cruise.
recognize that actor, but she's great.
She was amazing. She really came on so slow. And
so smiling.
And so like just kind of like playing his game, but just fucking destroys him.
He's dancing around with a chub in his underwear. Like basically assaulting her. Without touching her. And she's just smiling, just grinning. Just like, just waiting, laying in wait for this idiot to kind of like let down his guard a little bit.
One of the best things, and like this kind of goes to the whole indicator that she was just playing him the whole time.
Oh, definitely.
Is when after he got done being like dancing around in his fucking underwear and put on his pants and shit, she's all, okay, well, let's start the camera. And you could kind of see him deflate a little bit because
he was hoping that ridiculous peacockery would be caught on TV.
On film, and like even if it was, because I think the camera may have been running at that time, right?
Right.
But she said that to throw him off his game, and it really fucking took him down a little bit.
Excellent,
so
excellent.
Good. She was so awesome.
Played him great.
Yeah,
and you know, Tom Cruise is chiseled and handsome, and it's like, sure, another man could have played that role, but it's not the same context as Tom Cruise playing that role.
Right.
It's great that Anderson saw that and Cruise like, this is going to be the perfect part for him. And of course, Cruise was reticent to play that because it's a very, let's say, if you're talking about your image, doesn't make you look good.
And it does put you at a certain level of vulnerability to be playing that character. As Tom Cruise.
Well, and the guy's one of the biggest movie stars in the world. He doesn't have to do this movie.
No. Well, he got an honorary Oscar this year, I think. But I don't think that he's ever gotten an Oscar.
But this would have been the time to get one.
But that
as a supporting actor.
That would have been that would have been the one, and I bet he went into it thinking about that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how could he not?
Yeah.
I think the studio wanted to market this as a Tom Cruise movie, and P.T. Anderson said absolutely not.
Fuck no.
This is an ensemble film. Tom Cruise is important, but there's a lot of important roles in this movie.
So many characters. So, just as an aside, who could possibly at that time, 99, who could have possibly pulled that role off?
I mean, I guess Marky Mark,
right?
But I think Cruise is a better actor. I mean, I'm not saying Cruise is a great actor, but he's definitely a more adept, nuanced actor than Marky Mark is.
Even though, like we said, P.T. Anderson really pulled.
Oh yes,
a performance out of Marky Mark in
Boogie
Nights. Like that was amazing. But no, I don't think that he could have done that.
No.
I'm just trying to think of somebody who would be equally as
like studly. A cut kind of. Well, I mean, Schwarzenegger's too big. I'm trying to think of like movie stars in the 90s.
You'd need somebody without an accent just because of the role.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean that's a tough one. I don't know if there is anybody in Hollywood at that time. I'm sure you could throw Chalamet or fucking
now. Yeah.
Who's the guy who's in Dune? He played Elvis.
Oh yes, he's supposed to be Val Kilmer's youngster in the Heat 2 remake, or they're making a Heat 2 sequel, I guess.
Oh man,
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler.
He was good as Elvis.
I never saw it because I'm just not a huge biopic.
You should.
All right.
I don't like that filmmaker very much. Didn't like Moulin Rouge. Didn't care about Romeo and Juliet. Actually, the Elvis movie's pretty good.
God, Romeo and Juliet sucked.
The sound,
I'm so sorry.
The sound edit, you said that last week. The sound editing and Elvis is incredible. They've got the way they edit one song into the next, and like there's this soundtrack. The sound editing is unbelievable, but it's not a terrible movie. It's again, I'm not. It kind of stays out of politics, but it showed Elvis as a man that loved this music. Let's face it, it's black music.
Yeah, sure.
But did we talk about that guy that went on Letterman like in the 80s, and he was the man that wrote some of Elvis's songs, and not just wrote them, like the vocal style he used, Elvis adopted. So this black man that would write some of his music, and of course Elvis would get all the credit for it.
Of course.
As is the case with much of black music throughout the decades getting ripped off.
Especially in the fucking 50s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, good. It's not a bad movie, actually. But yeah, I mean, the way that Marky Mark was good in Departed,
right?
Scorsese, to your point, knows how to direct actors.
Man, it's so crazy just watching like a shitty actor give a great performance. And I know we disagree with this, but I mean, Leo, up until The Departed, I thought was ass. Like, I fucking hated.
Is that before or after Gangs of New York? That's Departed's the first movie they made together, isn't it?
I think that's right.
Okay, because Gangs, I liked him in Gangs.
And I don't think I ever saw, because that was like a 4-hour movie or something crazy like that too.
You haven't seen it?
I don't think so.
You should absolutely see for Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Probably one of the top 10 greatest characters ever made on film. Just amazing. Our
boy T was telling me, he's like, he played it like a cartoon character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Cameron Diaz should not have been cast in that movie. So she was crushed by the critics. She did her best. She should have been cast.
Yeah.
That was a miscasting. Speaking of actors, I'm sorry to do this diversion. We could have talked about this on There Will Be Blood, but did you see what Tarantino said about Paul Dano?
Dude, I just saw that.
Wow.
What? Like, he's lumping him in with, like, I can't remember who he lumped him in with.
He called him a weak-ass actor or something like that. But said he's not good.
I mean, it wasn't Carrot Top, but it was somebody like Carrot Top. And I'm like, dude, that's a little harsh, man.
Okay, so I've only seen There Will Be Blood once. It's probably the most bummer of P.T. Anderson's movies. The least, there's no humor. So that's the one I'm least excited to rewatch.
Yeah.
But my memory is that Dano's just average in that movie. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's a decent actor. But the way that Tarantino talked about it, what was the point of being that cruel about it? Because he put There Will Be Blood in his top 20 films of all time. And he goes, of course, every movie has, some movies have flaws, and this flaw is Paul Dano. I do like honesty when people do interviews because it's more interesting than just lying and kind of like, saying the same old bullshit.
You don't need to say that.
He didn't need to be, I mean, even if that's true, and of course a lot of Dano's friends or fans are pissed about this.
Yeah.
You didn't need to say that.
Well,
like that.
What is
I mean, if you said he was overmatched by Lewis, at least there's some objectivity in that. Just calling him a weak actor, I don't know. I just thought it was a bit much.
And who isn't over fucking matched by Daniel Day-Lewis, dude, right? I mean, that guy's the fucking shit. Like, he's a real actor.
It would be very intimidating to be in a room with him.
Heard was somebody said Tarantino, like, he does enough. It's like Tarantino does enough cocaine that you want to hang out with him, but he doesn't do too much to be an asshole, and he did too much to be did too much and became an asshole. With
he didn't need to be that cruel.
Yeah.
I was you should listen to the What Went Wrong podcast. It's very much about, they do mostly good movies, but some bad ones, and they kind of go behind the scenes of each one of these movies, and they went behind the scenes of Star Wars. And Alec Guinness, when he first read the part of Obi-Wan, he didn't really understand what was happening in the script, but he liked George Lucas, took a couple points for the movie, of course, and that was a lot of money. But apparently a really kind presence on the set, like, was really cool to the younger actors, had a good relationship with Mark Hamill. So it's always cool when an older person's kind of mentoring, the younger actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I worked at a print shop, and the press operator, his dad owned a press shop. And when this guy, Steve, tried to watch his dad work to see what he was doing, his dad would turn his back to him. Like, he was so uncool about teaching or giving anything to his son that would literally refuse to teach him anything about his shop.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
So here's me being a dick. I remember, because I trained, in kitchens, I would train people coming in and, whatever. But there was this one time that the boss, like, brought in some older guy that took some cooking lessons at some point, and he wanted to, he was like in his 60s or something.
He wanted you to train him?
I was there and I was supposed to train him. But there was like shit that I would do where I would do the same thing.
Did you kind of resent him?
Oh yeah.
How come?
Because he was an old man. He was an old Republican
Oh.
dickweed.
So you didn't like him?
No, and he'd come in with wacky hats and shit like that, and we're in a fucking kitchen. You take that wacky hat shit elsewhere.
What was that?
We're in here fucking cooking. It was just like, ears on his hat and shit like that.
Okay.
He just thought he was, and he was super fucking conservative.
And he told you about all that shit.
And not even conservative.
Yeah.
He was regressive. He was like fucking Tea Party style.
One of these assholes we talk about. One of these motherfuckers.
One of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And so I would be butchering, whatever. And I'd feel him come over and start watching me. Yeah. And I'd turn my back, tuck my elbows in all tight so he couldn't see what I was doing. I wouldn't show him. But that was an asshole. That wasn't my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I work at a college, and it's funny, I'll see kids looking at the directory and the map. I'll just run up to them and say, hey, can I help you find a building?
Sure.
And I'll walk them there. It's like, there's a couple people that are just rude to the students. They don't give a shit, and they're just there grinding out until they retire. And it's like, man, if you're not spending your time helping students,
what are you doing
What
here?
are you doing here?
Yeah.
Give everything you have. Mentor these kids. So, I'm sorry. Back to the movie. It was a little tab we opened there.
Side.
I know you didn't take a lot of notes. I do have a little trivia. We can bounce some ideas off this trivia.
Yeah, let's do it.
Paul Thomas Anderson approached George C. Scott about playing the role of Earl Partridge, which is Jason Robards.
Ooh, that would have been pretty good too.
I like George C. Scott, but he threw the script across the room saying, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever read. The language is terrible. Because they do say fuck 190 times in this movie. Marlon Brando was also considered.
What's hilarious is I swear like that, so it's like it didn't even occur to me that there was a lot of an overage amount of swearing. That's pretty funny.
I think a bunch of his movies, especially Boogie Nights in this one, lots of F words in them.
He's Gen X, man. He talks like we do.
I remember once it was I like Jamie Foxx as an actor, but I remember once he quoted his grandmother, and she said something like, people that swear have nothing else to say, and it's like, that's some fucking bullshit. Right? I mean, literally nothing to do with intelligence.
No,
and cuss words
not.
are words, and if you like words like I do, they're just another word.
It's just another word.
Yeah, so I'm not going to cancel a movie out because of the cussing. No offense to your brother-in-law. You said your brother-in-law doesn't like to cuss.
He does not like to cuss, but
he doesn't mind listening to cussing.
But he's okay with me cussing, and that's what
all right,
really
shout out
counts,
to your
right?
brother-in-law today.
What's up,
Thank you for listening.
Can't wait to see you next week.
Oh, you see him next week?
Yep.
Where are you going to see him?
He and his wife are flying in from Boston,
and I'm not invited.
I
got to meet this guy.
We're going to go see Golden Girls drag show.
Cool.
So they're coming into San Francisco next week.
Paul Thomas Anderson wrote the bulk of the script during the 2 weeks he spent at William H. Macy's Vermont cabin, afraid to go outside because he'd seen a snake. I thought that was an interesting little detail.
That's a city boy right there.
Amy Mann's music. Amy Mann obviously wrote the song that's sang by all those characters. And that's just a moment of magical realism that I appreciated. I remember the scene was going to happen. It's such an emotionally powerful moment to have them singing that song. Because it starts out with one of the characters sing along, and it might as well just be a record playing in their room. But you realize that this is more like a musical moment where all the characters are actually, you can hear Jason Robards singing that song.
Yeah.
You can hear Philip Seymour Hoffman singing that song.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
Everybody hits it, yeah.
I was actually really choked up. I thought that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that was good.
Anyway, her music inspired P.T. Anderson to write the script and at least one lyric from an Amy Mann song. So he was using some of these lines in the script itself. Now that I've met you, would you object to never seeing each other again? Is directly from an Amy Mann song.
Oh, interesting. I remember her saying,
So Melora Walters says that to John C. Reilly in the restaurant. Beautiful line.
Yeah, that was really good.
And it's, when they sing the Amy Mann song, when all the characters are singing, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, so just give up, which is kind of sad, but it's not going to stop until you wise up. Right? So much human behavior is nothing is going to change until you're able to see outside yourself and understand that you have to wise up and change what you're doing.
What I got from that, because there was I can't remember the lyrics before that in that song, but when she said that, I was like, that totally dovetails with my take on the whole movie being about regret and vulnerability.
Right.
Because once you give up and you're vulnerable, that's when you can start living. Like that, I totally got that from that line.
Yep. You're going to like this. During breaks in between shots, Robards would tell P.T. Anderson stories about his time in the Navy in World War II.
That's so fucking dope.
Yeah, including tales about drinking alcohol distilled from torpedo fuel. Does that sound familiar? Alcohol distilled from torpedo fuel? Because that would become the basis for the opening sequence in Anderson's film The Master, which was released 13 years after Magnolia.
Okay, so that's why I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't give anything away.
No, I know, but
you haven't seen The Master.
Yeah, and I've heard that's one of his tops.
Interesting movie.
Yeah.
I hope I could watch one battle after another with you since you haven't seen that yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. The scene where the kid is prevented from using the bathroom by television producers was based on a story Fiona Apple's childhood that she told to P.T. Anderson.
Huh.
So that was based on a real thing.
That
One
poor
more
fucking kid, dude.
Bro. And it's so interesting to have. So you have William H. Macy, who's obviously the adult version of that child.
Right. And it was so funny because when you were talking about what he looked like, when he puts on the hat and heads over to the thing, and he's all, I'm getting braces, and the whole thing. Like, he really looks like a little kid.
He does.
He it.
Very
so
innocent.
Crazy. Yeah, super innocent. The spiky hair.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I forgot that Alfred Molina was in this. Obviously, he was great as the drug dealer in Boogie Nights, but he was excellent as William H. Macy's boss. And it's funny. So William H. Macy gets fired, and he's really an incompetent worker. He's not very good. You can tell.
Yeah.
So he's not being wronged when he gets fired. And I think a lot of humans go through life feeling harmed and wronged and kind of employing a victim complex about themselves rather than just looking at themselves and go, I am not a very good employee.
Maybe they're right.
Yeah. I think a lot of humans are unaware of their own behavior and unable to change it and even see that it's wrong.
They're unaware of their shortcomings.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's something. I mean, you do have to make an effort to be aware of that on a regular basis, or else.
Yeah. The college I work, there's this older guy, a teacher, a fantastic teacher, just one of my mentors, just the best. Now he happens to be very aloof, and I haven't really kind of forged any kind of a friendship with him, which is okay, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
No one, you have to get to decide who's your friend and who's not, as far as like demanding a friendship. But I remember one time I was thinking about how I was angry at him, and I thought about it for a few minutes. And I thought, oh, this is about my dad and my grandpa. This is fucking not about this teacher. He's got nothing to do with this. And not only that, why does he deserve any of my scorn for not being my grandfather or you know what I mean? Like, he has nothing to do with the trauma I suffered as a child. So why would I dump any of that bullshit on him?
Yeah, and he's completely unaware of your situation. So it's like it doesn't. Yeah.
So I never confronted him. Why would I? He never did anything wrong. But I remember sitting there physically, silently judging him the way that Tom Cruise. And I thought, wait a second, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
A little nice moment of self-awareness. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing here? This guy hasn't done anything wrong to me. It's
such a unique and like positive feeling when you have those moments of self-awareness.
Yeah, there's a great scene. I love, oh boy, what's his name? Earl Partridge? No, that's the character in this movie. Did you saw Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Do you remember the director that gets blown up in that by the IED?
Vaguely. I mean, it's been a long time.
It doesn't matter. He's a British actor. He's very funny. I just can't remember his name right now. He was in The Trip, but a bunch of good movies.
Oh, yeah.
He is in a movie called Hamlet 2, where a high school drama teacher wants to write a sequel to Hamlet.
What the fuck?
And it's great. It's actually a really funny movie.
That sounds pretty funny.
So he's talking to like the head coach who's like in charge of the athletic department, and he wants to like do this play in the gym, and the head coach is a real asshole. And at one point, the drama teacher goes, "I hate you, Daddy. I hate you so much. Fuck you, Daddy." He does. It's like he's not even able to. It just comes up organically that suddenly this guy is so mean. He's reminding him of his father.
It's so funny. That reminds me of the Austin Powers. Gold member when he's there with Michael Caine.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, yeah.
Can the so are they evil petting zoo? No, Dad, it's a regular petting zoo. Okay.
Oh,
good stuff.
What you got?
Well, I don't really have any more notes. Is there any other movie you wanted to say about the movie?
No, it's just such an amazing movie, and it really, like, everybody in there puts in such a solid performance.
Yeah.
I mean, even that little kid, I had to rewind it to listen to that little kid's rap again so I could see
it's awesome.
What he was saying, who he was saying was the
Did he actually reveal the...
He did.
So it was the son of the woman that was yelling at John C. Reilly. Was it the son that killed... That's my assumption, because that figure with a hood is seen a couple times in the movie, and I assume that was the son of the lady that had yelled at John C. Reilly.
That would make the most sense, but I could not make out what the kid said. Yeah. But his
flow was good, though.
He told him, right? He told him what was up.
Yeah, that was good. I love how he gets in the car. The lady has attempted suicide, and he's like, "Lady, wake up, wake up!" And he reaches in her purse and says, "Oh, okay, he's stealing her wallet." No, he's grabbing her cell phone to call the police. So.
Well, after he took her money.
Well, whatever, but
and I do have to say, like the whole I forgot all about the fucking frogs raining down.
Oh, you did?
I totally forgot about that. That's a big thing to
forget about too.
That's like when that happened, I'm like, oh fuck, that's right. And then I think it was probably one of the very last scenes. The gun falls. John C. Reilly's gun falls. That was super funny.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a bold choice in a movie, of course.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with it. It's weird. It's like, it's really going to piss some people off. Like, what the fuck does this have to do with the movie?
Fuck just happened. Yeah. And like the whole scene where John C. Reilly sees William H. Macy climbing up the wall to go put the money back in because he was like, what the fuck am I doing? And then he falls and knocks his teeth in.
Poor fucking guy.
That was like the final bit of regret right there.
Mary had a good point, and I wanted to say it out loud. My wife was saying there should be two kinds of cops. One like John C. Reilly, who intervenes in little skirmishes and de-escalates and makes things better and helps people, and then one that has to go get the really bad dudes, like the definably scary bad people that need arresting or violence or worse. Like, in other words, not every cop is equipped to do both of those things. Some cops are more sensitive.
Absolutely not equipped.
I know
to do
a cop.
Both things.
I hate to say it. I know a cop, and he's a decent person, right? And he would not be the guy. He's not. He would want to shy away from violence, not commit violence. So,
no, like, okay, if we want to get into about like policing, like we should get back to the fact that there's beat cops. There should be beat cops everywhere. There should be people out there walking the streets, knowing the neighborhood, because then they can say, "Oh, that's just fucking Tyrone or Jerry."
By the way, community participation, community help goes up when there's beat cops. So when people who live in these neighborhoods can trust a cop, know he's not a bad person, know he's relatable.
Absolutely.
You've talked to him about family. You have a little bit of kinship there. The informants go way up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It
helps policing.
No, it having that kind of interaction. Okay, so I mean, ultimately, I feel like cops should have 4 years of training. They should have a degree,
and it should all be de-escalation training.
And there should be de-escalation. Yeah. And then you have people that go on to do SWAT stuff. People that actually have to go after fucking killers and rapists and things like that.
They're really awful people.
They're really horrible people. But there should be like a community community policing, but that should also have psychologists on staff.
Oh, listen.
Right?
They should never go to any call of any domestic violence without a psychologist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you have to. It should be a mandate. You have to have someone there who understands mental illness at every single call. I don't care what it costs.
No, I totally
you should not be shooting people in the face because they're mentally ill.
No.
No.
And so much of this, like, don't give the fucking cops a tank. Give them some psychologists.
We talked about this, that the U.S. police force is the third largest military in the world. And they
have no training.
No.
They have no training.
No, and we should not be using tanks and rockets. We should be using de-escalation.
Yeah. And it's a good thing we're solving, America's policing problem.
It's over. We did it.
we fucking did it. Now, I like the whole policing, the whole idea, like the idea of, I mean, we've talked about this, I think, on past episodes, talking about like abolish the police or whatever, defund the police.
Yeah.
No, No.
Actually,
fix it.
Black Americans don't like that.
Fuck no, because they've got a bunch of crime
They did
in
polls
their
of black Americans, especially older black Americans, don't want to defund the police. And when we talked about this, defund the police wasn't about end the police. It was stop funneling billions of dollars into their military equipment. So again, Democrats can't do good branding. They don't understand how to brand.
I think that there were some people that actually thought defund the police, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't originally meant that way, but I think that there were people out there that thought defund the police meant defund the police, and people on the left that supported that concept. But that's a bunch of horse shit. We live in a society. We need fucking people to keep.
We need socialist programs like the police.
Socialism? What?
Yeah, socialism. Fire, police. Those are socialist programs, people.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm done with Boogie Nights. Or I'm sorry, I'm done with Magnolia. I loved it.
Magnolia. Absolutely. I bought it. I'm gonna watch it more because there's so much, and my wife loved it too. She thought it was really good.
If you want to borrow the DVD, I bought the deluxe one, and it has bonus features, including a half-hour seminar by Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. Does he do the whole thing?
30 minutes.
Holy fuck. That's got to be really intense.
Yeah, totally.
What, like him as a fucking red pill PUA dude? What a thing.
But you're right, though. Tom Cruise is the template for every modern male influencer we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It's women's fault. Women need to be subjugated. Men need to take what they want, not ask for it. Nonsense like that. I
mean, the fact that the right is now talking seriously about trying to take away women's votes. I mean, it's not plausible, but they're discussing this outright.
Of course they are.
I mean, it's fucking insane.
We were talking. Oh, there's a good follow on social media. It's called the Godless Clitorati, and they do a lot of good feminist stuff. And today they retweeted an asshole who said, "No woman should be over 127 pounds." And women were like, I was 127 pounds when I was in ninth grade. Like, I'm 6'2". Like, I was skinny and 127 pounds at age 12. Like, this is insane.
What kind of lunacy?
And a big fat guy is relevant to the story. He goes, hey, if y'all ladies would like me to sit on this asshole, I will. But, like the comments were just hilarious.
What the lunacy that's going on with the crazy regressive traditionalist right it's fucking insane. And Jordan Peterson's part of that fucking problem.
Oh, of course he is.
Okay.
I commented on that post. I said, well, first of all, no man should tell a woman what to weigh and what to wear. Fuck you. And second of all, he should go fuck himself because he ain't going to find a woman to do that. So, to close it out, I do have one quote, just one today.
Okay.
But have you heard of Lyudmila Pavlichenko? Lyudmila Pavlichenko was a Soviet sniper in the Red Army during World War II. She's credited with killing 309 enemy combatants.
Yeah, she's a fucking badass.
Making her one of the deadliest snipers in history. She had a nice thing to say about Nazis. Lyudmila said, every Nazi who remains alive will kill women, children, and old folks. Dead Nazis are harmless. Therefore, if I'm killing a Nazi, I'm saving lives. Oh, God bless you, Lyudmila.
Her and the White Death.
Was that another sniper?
The sniper from Finland who took out just ridiculous amounts of people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're...
Did we ever talk about the women that basically were honeypot operatives in World War II who would lure Nazis into the force and murder them?
I don't know if we've talked about it.
Incredible fucking stories that I've read.
Stuff.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass. All right, brother. Thank you for talking about this movie.
Yeah.
We're going to take a week off, but in a couple of weeks, we'll be back with his next film.
What's the next one? Do you know?
That's a good question. It's not The Master.
No.
It's not There Will Be Blood because that's later on as well. What am I missing? There's a hole in my...
Well, we'll figure it out.
Whatever. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is, but I've seen it.
I've seen it. I might have seen it. I don't know. We'll see. I will have seen it by the time we talk about it.
See you guys in a couple of weeks.
All right, Holmes, rock on.
All right. Toast to Bad Dads, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Bad Dads and all they've done for us?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
See ya.
Rock on. You have been listening to The Trivial Man. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can either call us at 415-484-8841 or send us an email at thetriviumpod@gmail.com.